What's going on, YouTube world, man? Charles Hutchinson here, and today, man, we have HK22 Solid. The only two balls on the market currently. Again, this probably will change in the near future, but the Vibe, Radioactive Vibe, and then the Brutal Collision. A lot of people always want to see me throw the Brutal Collision some more, and there's a reason why. Again, I don't compare this ball to a lot of other stuff on the market, because there isn't anything else like it on the market. It's a super outlier. Almost every other ball falls short of this. Like, just point blank, it does. As far as, like, even when I change surfaces, it just sees it and then still sees it and goes left. So again, I always get a lot of comments on the Brutal, and I've seen a lot of comments on the Vibe. So in this video, we're gonna throw a couple shots out of box, and that's currently how each of the balls are. Then we're gonna hit it with some surface, and so you guys can really see. I've done it like in tournament play with the Brutal specifically. I have not touched the Vibe at all at this point. So from my experience with the Brutal, I expect just the Vibe to hook that much more, just earlier and more down lane. So you're gonna go ahead, man, get started, you know, throwing them both. Start with the Brutal Collision, and then we're gonna get the Radioactive Vibe. Play a little all over the place like we always do, and you know, you'll wrap this thing up here. But yeah, if you're in South Florida, get over to Saltgrass Lanes, Tongue Advanced Pro Shop. Him and Roger in there doing some great stuff. Again, as always, they keep me right, keep your boy right. And yeah, man, if you like the balls, get over to Boasmart, man. Use the links below. That's the best way to support what we're doing over here. Go ahead and get to it. So, fresh house shot. No balls that went down this lane yet. Oh, threw it really, really fast on that one. Got around it. Yeah, that's what happens. You get around that joker flies. So, and this is, you know, some people would see, oh, well, it's too crazy down lane, so add service to try to blend. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Again, this is a fresh house shot. Threw it out to no man's land. So let's see if I can get far enough left here. Nice little comfortable place to be. Yeah, on the fresh. So I want to throw a couple shots, getting a little bit straighter, then just getting comfortable. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Radioactive Vibe, see what it looks like. They both have this base HK22 Solid, so I expect this Vibe to go much further down the lane. Yeah, staying on about 15. I literally did the exact same thing. Like, I just piped the ball at the lane. Bad shots. Slow my speed down in here. A little stronger hand position to again, get it to see it. A lot more volume out here, so I need to try to make this ball stand up as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm gonna move to the middle of the lane and see how this ball looks. Moving to 20, and I'm still gonna try to again hit about 6, probably 7, closer to 7. It looks even like more responsive than a Brutal because smaller core, storing more energy. So it actually, again, looks faster. All right. Throw, again, another one, throw a better shot. So get a little too much on the side, it just splits over under from right there. Like it's either too responsive or not responsive enough. And that's when you on fresher oil and using weaker stuff and you're not really disciplined with your hand, like that's what you really will see. So I pick up the Brutal from right here and I'm trying to accomplish, again, the same thing. I'm not gonna change my hand position. Not gonna change my hand position or anything. I'm trying to, again, this should roll off of it a little bit smoother because the ball is, again, a little smoother in comparisons to the Radioactive vibe. Bigger core, a little more ball. And again, I'm comparing, these are not apples to apples, but the Coverstocks are, and again, they're not the same chemical makeup, but they both have the HK22 Solid in it. And that's really the difference. So, again, this Brutal is different. It's different, yo. So, I'm gonna move a hair left. Getting closer to 25, probably a little bit closer to 30 at the foul line. Got it out there. Splash, splash. That hooks. Like, and again, like, and I'm not really hitting up on the ball a ton right now at all. Like, I'm just trying to get through it and see it. Once I put surface on this, it's gonna be crazy. Again, same part of the lane. Oh, ditch. There's a difference. There's a big difference. I'm gonna try to keep this one out the ditch and see what happens. Again, it's just not blending the exact same way that the Brutal is once I'm seeing a little more volume. But yeah, so I threw a couple there. We're gonna go ahead and crack the surface. We've seen, again, both of these balls out of the box. Now I'm gonna add some surface to it with my True Cut pads. Hit it with 2000 both. Just go over it real good and we're gonna come back in a moment. So I've hit the Brutal with surface. I think you can see it pretty good on this 2000 pad. The vibe, a little more difficult to see it on this, but hit it again, same amount of time. So yeah, let's go to the Brutal first and then we'll get the Radioactive. So I'm going to continue to move lefts because I know this is about to do something stupid. I told you it's going to get faster. It ain't slowing down. It's not going to slow down. But hey, for the people that still saying, "Hey Charles, you just hit it with surface," of course it's going to look like that. All right, well let's continue. Let's see if that theory is correct. It will start to slow down because I've got oil on it. Waiting. Okay, first two shots. I'm gonna move further left now because that thing just breaking loose. And yeah, I want to move further left. And for some people, well, of course, Charles, it hooks if you throw it directly to the friction. Okay, let's keep it in oil then. Let's see if that's the better option. Kept it a little tighter. Just a little bit tighter. Still broke loose. Okay, you get a little tighter. It wasn't directly to the right. Try to keep it a little more in the oil, and that's what happened. So now, let's go ahead and I'm on 30 now, but I know I got to throw this joker to 5 to have a chance. still just left a freaking 9-pin. So when I say, whatever you do to this ball to try to calm it down, and you could go, let's say a 5-inch, 5.5-inch pin, yes, it's gonna, it should push the reaction further down, but they could make it more uncontrollable. My layouts are always the same, 60 by 4.5 by 30. This does play into it because I want to see the maximum capacity of what this ball can do with, you know, a lot of flare, you know, putting this core in a very strong position. So that's why I did it. That's why I do it with everything. I want to see what is the real capacity of this ball. But yeah, as y'all saw, that looked crazy. And so after seeing that, and now going to the vibe, the radioactive vibe, and like, I'm going to start on 20 and see what it does, because I don't really know. I haven't thrown this vibe without with surface on it. No, that's up the lane. I was up the back of the ball, up the back. Like, I definitely missed and was more here, and it. Y'all saw it. Like, I ain't got to say nothing else. I'm scared to get around it, for real. Got around it. It definitely is more controlled in a brutal collision, but that's not saying a lot. Like, to be real, like, I gotta do this with like something else that doesn't have this HK22 in it. Got to get something else to compare it, because both these the brutal and the vibe is just a lot of freaking ball. But I'm moving left. Again, I'm about on 27 now. Got around it real good. So for what's out here and what these balls are doing, that's not the play. Like, the play is not to get around it. It's to try to roll it and let the balls do all of the work, because they both have just a ton of energy, man. Like, there's no other way for me to say it. But I'm gonna jump a little bit further. And then I'll do a couple shots here that's back to back against each other. Add service to these balls, I don't know if that's the move, like ever. Shot those same shot, stand on 30. And I do expect this one to be just a pinch smoother because it has a bigger core. So in the oil, the brutal looks better because it actually, again, is smoother. So that, like, I get it. But both these services and these covers, bro, like, just crazy. Got my speed just a little bit more, and it looked okay. I still like the brutal from deeper, especially again with the surface on it. I'm gonna go ahead and move just a hair right off this, just to see if I can give it a little more speed. So again, throwing it, like, to get it there. And if you're a speed dominant player, you're gonna love these because you can't out throw it. Like, they're gonna see the lane. HK22 Solid. There's nothing really else to say about this, man. Like, they super strong. If that's what you're looking for, again, if you're up north, always reference up north, because again, I'm from Chicago. There's always much more volume. So if you go to the East Coast, much more volume. Balls like these two, like, there's no amount of oil that they can't handle. So just keep that in mind. But one more with the brutal collision, because it don't run out of energy. We've yet to see one shot that is just like, oh, it plaqued in or did something crazy. That one definitely deflected. That was the first one that really deflected, but still got 10 out. So yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed this. Keep this one nice and short and sweet. Yeah, didn't do a full game or anything like that because I strike a lot with these, so I didn't even need to showcase that. But if you like HK22, these solids, be careful with your layouts, man, and your surface prep, because it's gonna make a huge difference in your ball reaction. They all hook a ton. So just keep that in mind when you make your next ball choices. And if you like what you saw, use the links below. And again, if you're in South Florida, get over to Sawgrass Lanes, man, or my bad, Bolero Tamarack. That's the right way. But yeah, until next time.